is a lot of negativity surrounding.
Yeah, they're 2 and 5, bro. Get them off your titties. Moving on. I'm hated for how I feed my kids. Extraordinary family. Ugh. Let's just let her explain.
My 5 and 2-year-old. My dream is to let my children decide when to stop.
5 and 2-year-old? Is this grounds for child services? I feel like this is grounds for child services.
This is a lot easier than washing dishes and bottles. There is a lot of negativity surrounding.
Yeah, they're 2 and 5, bro. Get them off your titties. 5-year-olds definitely don't need to be sucking on titties. 2-year-olds, no, 2-year-olds is way too old. If you can eat, bro. I don't know, bro.
Breastfeeding.
Hold on. Feeding my children is going to turn them into serial killers?
I can't.
Definitely not serial killers, but if they enter that serial killer realm, you know what I'm saying? You know, it starts with breastfeeding and then they get ridiculed. Dude, there's no way as a 5-year, bro, you're going into elementary school, bro. There's no way you're going to bring up a conversation talking about, because kids chat. Kids will chat about anything with no regard. There's no way you're going to bring up in a conversation talking about, oh yeah, I still get breastfeeding.
Even I have nothing to say to that. You want to crack the eggs? My name is Charlotte and I tandem breastfeed my 5 and 2-year-old. Would you like me to help you? You want to break it?
Can I do another one?
You sure can.
We can control whether or not we have positive or negative thoughts, right?
I am a certified health and wellness coach.
How many times you smile today, you can control that.
Chat, this is the experience of an absent father. Hold the fuck. Now I know a man ain't in the picture. This must be her brother.
Give it a good whack. There you go. You want to crack one, buddy?
This must be an experience of an absent father.
My oldest is Racim and my youngest is Malachi.
There's no way as a father I'm having my 5-year-old still breastfeed. 2-year-old still breastfeed. Brother, you got teeth, bro. Eat, bro. Breastfeed when you're hungry?
In a cup?
Breastfeed when you're hungry?
How old are you?
I'm 5. Malachi is 2. I love you.
Yeah. So if we know anything about Texas Chainsaw, this is like the development. Like when I say they're not serial killers, they might be kidnappers. You know what I'm saying? They definitely will human traffic at some point in their life. Drugs, that's a given. That's a given. That's the best case scenario. They just end up doing drugs, selling drugs and doing them. You know, what I'm seeing right now is the projectile of, you know, they're gonna take the normal routes. Probably start biting off the nipples of their victims. You know, probably as their calling card. Honestly, it makes sense because of what you're doing right now. Eventually, probably start making like a nipple purse. Breast related assortments around the house. I would imagine.
I love
This
you
cannot be
too.
good for their development.
Who's better at cooking? Is it mommy or daddy?
You would think an absent father would be the cause of this. You would think some traumatic event would cause a person to think breastfeeding my children up until the age, well, breastfeeding my children until they quote unquote stop, until they want to stop is acceptable. Children don't know shit. I'm going to keep it a book. Children don't know what is good for them. If children could, they would eat candy all day, every day, and for every meal. They don't know what is good for them. I'm not feeding them booby milk until they say I'm stopped, until they say I'm done. That's disgusting.
You still?
And this is my first checkbook. You know, when we moved to Wichita, my dad opened up his first checking account with.
Chat never moved to Wichita. This
Tell me about a typical
it
morning.
sucks.
Well, a
Wichita
typical
will also
morning for
produce
us
serial
is we let our
killers.
bodies wake us up. We're blessed to work from home. We don't have alarms.
I knew. I thought I should have predicted, chat. They are homeschool kids. Now this is now if they said they're a homeschool kids, I would expect this. This is typical of a homeschool kid. Homeschool kids probably get breastfed until the age of 30. I'm not gonna hold you. They functioning adults in society as a homeschool child does not work.
Which is a beautiful thing.
Daddy, vegetables go to numbers.
We can adjust our
You see that? See the correlation makes no sense? Yeah. Yeah. This whole scenario makes no sense. It's just like vegetables going to numbers.
times to be able to sleep in. So we both sleep with our kids and we wake up around the same time. Our typical
Sleep
morning
with
starts
your
off.
kids. It's not even just the fact that you're breastfeeding your kids. It's the fact that you're breastfeeding your kids and then putting it on the internet. I think this is grounds for child services because chat. I don't need to be a detective, chat. I don't need to be in the realm of high speculation to know which kind of weirdos are gonna be in subscribe. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to know. I don't need to speculate. You know what I'm saying? That far out to figure out what kind of 445s are gonna be in the subscription list. So, chat, I'm gonna propose this. Whoever subscribed, whoever liked one of her videos, whoever viewed one of her videos, and said, this is a channel that's really interesting. That's really whatever. If you ever found interest, if this ever piqued your curiosity in any sort of way other than disgust, just put your name on the Epstein list. Put your name on volunteer yourself for the Epstein list, actually. Because you're probably already on there. You're probably a monthly customer, a subscriber, in fact.
Nursing together, getting breast milk, and then going to the kitchen to cook.
Cook what meal? Cook what meal? I don't understand. You have what is I really want to know, what do you think is the added benefit of breastfeeding your child up into the age of whenever they say, "Oh, I don't want to be best friend." What? Because if you let this continue, and they're homeschooled, so they won't get ridiculed for this, they won't know the age to stop. They're children. Children don't know unless somebody tells them. That's called learning.
Ready?
Slow mornings are our favorite. I always knew that I wanted to breastfeed.
You're a disgusting man for letting this happen. You're a very disgusting man for letting this happen. You know what I'm saying? Look in the mirror and shun the devil.
My experience with breastfeeding my daughter was not the easiest. She had something called torticollis, which is the shortening of the muscle in your neck. We struggled a lot, and we
Oh, it looks like she's drinking fine. Look like she's eating fine. So I don't think she got that tort or whatever it was. I don't think she got the tortoise, the turtle, the short neck little duckling, whatever muscle contractions, because she's contracting wherever in that sippy cup. You know what I'm saying?
came that together, but after the first 4 months, I was doing really well, and then just kept going from there. This child does not sleep, therefore mama doesn't sleep.
How did you decide to do extended breastfeeding?
I had this dream of doing full-term breastfeeding where she would stop when she's ready.
It's like giving my kid just infinite amounts of candy and then telling them, oh yeah, they'll stop when they're ready. They'll never stop. They'll never stop. And then the second they do stop is probably when they go to jail for serial killing. We can only hope they don't become serial killers and get caught by their first
And
body.
I know that if the time comes where I'm ready, then we'll, of course, adjust accordingly.
I don't understand, other than views, what could be the purpose? What is the added benefit to doing this? Because you know who's going to be in your chat. EDP445, every Minecraft YouTuber. Every person that is on the list of Epstein's Island or soon to be on the list is going to be subscribed to you. These are the people filming this and putting it out on the like, why do this? I mean, you're doing it for the views, but why subject your kids for this ridicule?
I really wanted another child. And as soon as I heard that it was possible to breastfeed during pregnancy and even tandem breastfeed afterwards, it's just like
it makes me want to put a shotgun.
Something clicked.
You know
I loved it during pregnancy because I didn't have to chase a toddler around. Tandem breastfeeding is when you breastfeed multiple children, generally 2. In my case, my kids are 3 years apart. You can either breastfeed them together at the same time or one at a time. My decision to tandem breastfeed was totally a God moment because it was placed on my mind and my heart that that's something that I would be doing. I started tandem.
Why? My one question, other than views, because this is clearly what it's for, because no person in their right mind does this and think, oh yeah, society will accept what I'm doing. If they don't, they're just closed-minded. Closed what? I know the people that exist on the internet, bro. I know these people. These people are horrible people. Why are you doing this to your children? Stop it. Stop putting it on the internet. Stop doing it in private. Stop doing it in general, my God.
Breastfeeding. The day that I gave birth to my son, I knew that I wanted to try and to achieve a few months of it at least.
And chat, this is why I said I love the fact, I love Loved on the Spectrum. Because how genuine and how heartfelt the people are on that show. How they're not causing drama or doing things out of character, out of norm, that would be not in their regular daily life, or things that they aren't thinking right now. The people on Love on the Spectrum think so genuinely and think so positively, and they think and say things that are on their mind, and it comes off as so honest, you know what I'm saying? As so genuine. While these people do it for the views. This is what I'm saying. This person, right? You wouldn't know. A doctor wouldn't be like, oh, they clearly have like social autism or ADHD or something of this order. But this person is clearly insane. You know what I'm saying? It'll be the people that you would see that will speak fluently, speak coherently, articulate their words very, just very unique in a way that you would be able to understand and not discern from people like Michael who has autism. You know what I'm saying? Those are the types of people that will do the craziest things. Absolute insanity. You know what I'm saying? Absolute. They'll have no mental condition. It's not a real mental condition, but it's a choice. It's a choice to go down the path of insanity. You know what I'm saying?
This is like a guaranteed rest every day for a mom.
No. The guaranteed rest would be you're 2 years old, eat food. You're 5 years old, eat food. I'm not breastfeeding you, dog. I'm not That is insane. That is absolutely unfathomable.
There's another benefit. I would love to make it more well known that the benefits of breastfeeding don't stop at 6 months or at 1 year or at 2.
It does. It actually does. It actually does. Because why else would the body tell you to stop at those periods of time? 6 months? You push. 6 months? Maybe. I don't know. I don't have no kids. I don't really know. But the 1 year? Yeah, you're done, buddy. You're done. Eat food.
Mom, watch this!
Eat food.
There's nutritional benefits. There's behavior.
What nutritional benefits do they gain from breastfeeding that they can't gain from foods that they eat regularly? What vitamins, what minerals do they receive from your titties that they can't receive from foods regular people eat? You think these are super babies? These aren't super babies. These are just insane people.
Behavioral benefits, emotional.
Alright. Behavioral benefits. Okay.
Social.
We'll see.
Cognitive. I don't believe that kids get as sick as other kids do.
Okay.
I think they have a closer bond because of our decision to tandem breastfeed. You know, they sit.
Okay. I'm gonna let
for a
chat,
while and
chat.
stare at each other in the face. At the beginning, they would hold hands while they tandem breastfed. Man, that's a heartwarming moment for a mother. My dream is
That is absolutely foul. It would be heartwarming if they were twins and they were like 3 months old, maybe. You know what I'm saying? 2 months old, you know what I'm saying? 1 month old babies, 2 months old, 3 months old babies. They're holding hands, twins. I'll be like, oh wow, not 5 and 2, not 36 and 49. That's disgusting.
to let my children
Get
decide.
your old ass up.
At one point, I thought maybe he would wean before she did, which would have been kind of wild. But I also know that when either party is ready, there needs to become a mutual understanding and agreement. But doesn't look like there's any stopping anytime soon.
Chat, I ain't gonna hold you. If you, yeah, if you allow this, this is the breeding of a serial killer. This is how serial killers are made. What benefits do they receive that would be so extensive to the fact that it would be like, yeah, breastfeeding at 5 just produces them to be at a level of a high cognitive status that people that stop breastfeeding are not at. What or like actually, because she just related vegetables to numbers. What does vegetables and numbers have in common? Nothing. You could count vegetables. You could count anything. You could count anything. That's not a commonality.
The current parenting style that I identify with most is secure attachment parenting. Can you hold it up? Hold it up.
The fact that he's allowing this is absolutely disheartening.
Can I hold that?
What's this?
Let my son tell me that that him and his wife are allowing their 10-year-old son to breastfeed. I will call CPS on their ass, and in the amount of time I would hang up and call
the needs
CPS.
Of the child.
I see green and green and green and more green.
That's the cognitive function that we're talking about. This is the higher intelligence I'm hearing about. Green and more green. What is she talking about? What is she actually yapping about? This is the high cognitive function. This is the levels beyond of a 6. When people stop breastfeeding at the normal time they're supposed to stop breastfeeding, this is their children won't be able to say the absolute complete nonsense that your child is spewing out. Your child sounds like a kid, bro. Sounds dumb. I ain't gonna hold you. If I have to put a label on it, if I have to put the label on the cognitive function of how your child's speaking it's speaking like a damn little kid, bro. Dumb, saying dumb shit. I don't think this is something we don't need to breastfeed anymore.
You also give them space to explore. Am I the umbrella holder?
Yeah.
Do I look like an umbrella holder?
Yeah.
It aligns with my...
What does that even mean?
My motherly instincts. It's a balance that maybe not everyone understands or agrees with, but it works for me.
What about your children? These are the problems that people do nowadays. She's doing this for views. She's doing this for all this attention and shit. And she's doing it specifically for the purpose of herself and her mental well-being. But what about your children? Your children come first and foremost. And this is not healthy for them. This is not a healthy relationship. This is 5 years old. That is... No. You shouldn't be breastfeeding. You should be eating regular food, doing regular shit, going to school, bro. Interacting socially. This is not helping them socially at all. Keeping them homeschooled and then adding the layer of being weird, breastfeeding. Come on, CPS, lock these people up.
How do you feel about Charlotte's breastfeeding?
I find that it works really, really well, in fact. I trust her judgment.
All right, bro. You're going to trust the judge's judgment of 5 to life.
I think there's hardships with everything, but parenting is being there for our kids.
I started sharing my breastfeeding journey online because there was just a lack of support and a lack of community.
You know the people that are a part of that community are called pedophiles. If I had to put a label on it, chat, Twitch, this is all in game. This is all in GTA. If we're gonna have to put a word on the if we're gonna have to shoot for what community might be supporting this. If we have to guess what community might be supporting children and breasts, I don't know. I don't know. It wouldn't contain. It would also exclude that community. You know what I'm saying? That community will probably be the large majority, if I have to guess, of who's going to be supporting you. This is absolutely disgusting, bro.
Out there for breastfeeding moms, not that I could find at the time, and I also,
you know what? You know why? Because all those websites got banned. EDP 445, his channel got deleted. Unfortunately for you. You know what I'm saying?
Wanted some support because my daughter had such struggles latching. The majority of my comments and encouragement that I receive is positivity, but for every positive person...
Yeah, positivity from whom exactly? Whom? Epstein Lover 54? Huh? Who? 445, you know, that uncle across the street, Mr. White Van, who is supporting you? Who is supporting you? Because no one in the real world that thinks sanely will support you.
And there seems to be a negative person. Not quite a ratio of 50-50, but there is a lot of negativity. Why do you still let your...
I would think it would be 90% negativity and then 10% pedophiles. You know what I'm saying?
Kids breastfeed at their age. It just seems unhealthy. Your kids will be too dependent. Oh.
It is unhealthy. Mentally unhealthy, and just it's not something that animals do. This is not something that you're supposed to do, man.
If you look up secure attachment, there's a reason why we do what we do. If the kids know that their needs are met, you get a sexual pleasure from it and justify it with parents.
Yeah, I'm just saying, there are people out there, and the only people that would support this type of behavior seems to be the people with 445 at the end of their name. You know what I'm saying? Seems to be also conveniently Epstein's monthly, you know what I'm saying, customer of the month. You know what I'm saying? These are the types of people I'm noticing following this, children trend. Children breastfeeding. They're like, well, this channel hasn't been blocked yet.
Wow, that's so sad. Sometimes I think mom gets addicted to having her breasts sucked on. That's lovely. The typical, she's doing it for her benefit and not the kids. And
it is for your benefit. It is for your benefit. Everything right now is for your benefit. If you didn't, why post it if it's not for your benefit? Why do this show if it's not for your benefit? The kids didn't say, "Mommy, post this on TikTok. I think a lot of people need to know about this." The kids didn't say, "Mommy, let's go on Extraordinary Family and show the world our weird-ass lifestyle." The kids didn't say none of this. The kids didn't say, "Mommy, let's keep breastfeeding me past the age where it's acceptable." The kids don't know none of this shit, bro. The kids don't know none of this shit. They're victims to all of it. Bro, you know what's the appropriate time to stop, and you need to stop, bro. 5 years old, 2 years old, this ridiculousness of kids will know. Kids don't know jack. Kids don't know nothing, bro. Kids don't know when to stop, when to say no, when to say yes. They don't know anything, bro. They don't know anything. Kids will take from a little kid because they want to play with the toy. They don't know taking from other people is bad. That's what we gotta say. Sharing is caring. That's what we gotta say. You can't be taking from kids. You can't be hitting kids. You can't be biting kids. If I were to let kids rule themselves, they would die in the first week. You know what I'm saying?
It's absurd because they don't have the understanding or knowledge. Why should we so feed them until they're ready for marriage? I have nothing to say to that. There's been comments where people say, just give her a sippy cup. And I would say, are you coming over to wash the sippy cup? Because
I'm calling. I mean, you give her a sippy cup, or I send somebody else over to get the kids. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the ball's in your court. The ball's in your court. You can continue breastfeeding as long for however long it takes CPS to get to your house, or you could give them a sippy cup.
This is a lot easier than washing dishes and bottles. A gal said, what's going to happen when these children...
What do you mean it's a lot easier? So you're doing it out of convenience? And the fact, I know the husband is filming this too, so it's just disgusting all around.
Grow up and they look back and see these images that you've shared on your social media. You know, what are they going to think? And I said, well, they're going to be empowered.
They're good. That's what. Yeah, I bet you when Jeffrey Dahmer's father's out here helping him, you know what I'm saying, out here giving him the little science experiments, dissecting roadkill. He wasn't expecting he was going to dissect people. You know what I'm saying? No one. They're going to be empowered. Empowered to do what? Empowered to do what? Suck on grown women's breasts? What is wrong with you?
That's truly how I feel about that. I haven't
What
had
is empowering about this? What is empowering about sucking on your breasts to the age of 10, bro? What is empowering? There's nothing
to me and
empowering.
Try to scold me, but just some looks here and there. More shock than disgust.
Shock and disgust are in the same realm. I'm gonna be honest with you. You could be shocked and surprised, or shocked and disgusted. I think they're shocked and disgusted at the same time. But you live in this delusional world.
And then I get comments like, "You are an amazing mom. I think it's a wonderful bond."
Those comments don't. Yeah, sure, buddy. I'm sure those people who are also talking don't have any other motivation than they think that you're doing such a great job.
Bond you have with your kids. You're doing a great job, mama.
Oh my God. Oh yeah. Okay, you know why they couldn't pull up those comments? Because they don't exist. And if they're not related to why you shouldn't stop, they're all sexual related. I'm gonna be honest with you. This is the internet, bro. This is the internet. I know the people that support you, and they need to be in jail. Quite literally, functionally, they need to be in jail.
If I can help just one person, then that's enough for me.
Help them do what? You're not encouraging positivity in this world. You're not doing something that is good. You're doing something that should have stopped way sooner. Socially, cognitively, these people need to be out socializing and making friends with kids of their age. That's what they need to be doing. But it's smart of you not to put them in public school, because I guarantee you they're going to talk about this shit, and you're going to need to talk, and you're going to have a little conference with the CPS.
I continue to share my journey because it's ever changing.
I want to knock it over.
And I went from feeding just 1 to 2, and it's probably the most important and beautiful thing I've done to date. I want to continue my journey, so if a mom wants to continue to breastfeed, I hope that my journey inspires them to do so.
Look, how about that?
I've never known a high school kid to still be breastfeeding, or a college kid, so one day my children will stop breastfeeding.
Yeah, you know why? Because all those people stopped at appropriate age. They stopped probably at like 3 months, 4 months age, you know what I'm saying? I'm around that time. That's why they stopped. I don't know any child that's breastfeeding at 5 years old, bro, except for your weirdo children. Except for you putting your children through this horrible situation. Why are you doing this, man? Actually, why? Because you're telling me the cognitive ability, but she was seeing all green, so either she's colorblind, because I saw way more colors than green, bro. If I'm gonna be honest, keep it a buck. That cognitive ability was absolutely trash. I'm not gonna hold you. She's not no Einstein, bro. She's absolutely like Einstein's slow cousin, like Slepstein or something. Frankenstein, more like. I ain't gonna hold.
And maybe go on to have children and a family of their own. I hope that they can look back on what mom did and be inspired and proud as she shared her journey with integrity.
What is there to be proud of? Honestly, I'll probably lock that away as the most embarrassing thing and never mention that to anyone in my entire life.
And love to support other moms.
2, 3, go! The cognitive ability, bro. Knocking down shit. What? Chat, I just want to see the comments. And chat, that is going to be the end of our video, man. Thank y'all for joining the stream. If you liked it. What am I talking about? Shit, sounds like I got breastfed since the age of 5. Let me tell you this. I did not. You know what I'm saying? That's why I can articulate my words better. Anyway, if you like the stream, subscribe, man. Follow me on Twitch. Follow me on YouTube. If you're wondering why I'm not posting on YouTube,